between the Gamecocks and Grand Canyon, and South Carolina in the hands of Raven Johnson. Her fourth rebound.
Sinking so deep because of their fear of the paint presence of South Carolina. Agot McKeer gets a wide open three in that regard.
Freshman guard from Thunder Bay, Ontario, got McKeer her first collegiate points.
That is right up Coach Staley's alley.
Mann, who's back in with 2 fouls. She's denied. Now Mann. Mann for 3. Offensive rebounds.
The guard presence is good for this unit because they have always been historically good. Not giving it to him, because even on a missed shot, South Carolina is gone out in the open floor.
They get inside to Edwards. Now kick to the corner. McKeer.
You see it right there. South Carolina puts so much pressure on the paint. Everybody implodes in the paint on the perimeter, making you drive. Beautiful pass from McCoat.
Off to McKeer. Another opportunity for South Carolina. Contact, no call. McDowell from the floor finds McKeer. It was a highlight reel quarter for the Gamecocks. How about McDowell from the floor, John, as she found McKeer. McKeer makes her move. Stops, pops, and hits.
Yes. Lethal here at home, where she's won 87% of her games.
Sonsdale is the only person that's won the Naismith as a player and as a coach.
Rose is the transfer from Wofford up top. Augustineta, that's another block shot on the perimeter. They've got 3 of those on 3 attempts. And another block inside. Both sides are in a serious drought. Still a 10-point game. Clemson trying to cut it down, and finally McKeer.
Johnson, a 5th-year senior, part of that undefeated team. 38-0. That's a wide open look underneath by the freshman. Davidson turns it over. McKeer. Tessa Johnson hits. Tough angle underneath the rim. Intercepted. McKeer, the freshman, crosses over and finishes. Wow.
McKeer trying to show some range. This leg got her in the head. Good sportsmanship. Pierfax trying to help her up. McKeer, open look to the basket. Yes. South Carolina up 40, and an interception by McKeer. First defensive possession to Edwards. Edwards glides through. Battle with Agot right now. Good pass from Agot. Agot off the glass. Intercepted by McKeer. McKeer with 1 player to beat.
It's a 6'5" wing. I mean, this is an interesting lineup.
It's McKeer running the point at 6'1". Good looking.
Still has to be able to contribute. McDowell. Pump fake from McKeer. Up and off the window. Germany map. Fadeaway jumper. It was McKeer.
The high post. Thomas missed the foul shot. Tracked down by Agot McKeer. She's got the handle to bring it, too. Little touch pass. Nicely done. McKeer, 4-minute mark. Second quarter. Both teams have gone cold.
And right here, South Carolina wants to push pace.
Oh, what a jump stop. Agot McKeer. Jackson missing. Rebound. Edwards pushing with McKeer. The Gamecocks have flipped the script.
Good recovery by the freshman McKeer to get the block. Good minutes in her return to the floor for South Carolina. And they get an open look for 3 after going 0 for 7 to start the game. It was Dingus who knocked down the 3, but can't hit that 3. And here's Edwards. Held in check. She's got 7. Gay leading the way with 12. Brown with 11 for the Friars. That pass. McKeer gets it back. and puts it in.
I hope the official stats person gives her an assist.
How are you scoring that, Christy Thomas-Scotty?
I think I might say missed shot, offensive rebound, put back. But as you can see, next player up when it comes to South Carolina.
And that player right now is McKeer, who gets the steal. Normally couldn't reach that pass to get the turnover. Worked around McKeer for three. Gay accelerates but can't spin it in for two.
Eric, to your point, 19 assists in the game already on 25 made field goals. Let's add another assist. She's playing much more free. She's looking to score.
Coming off that career high 12 points in 19 minutes against Florida Gulf Coast. She was 5 of 7 from the field. McKeer, that's another three for South Carolina and another player in double figures for the game.
Raven Johnson, you got to have players that hate losing.
McKeer.
And one of the best to do it when it comes to X's and O's.
McKeer from long distance. Here in the fourth quarter. McKeer off the glass.
Collecting yet another rebound now with 5 already early in this ball game. Got McKeer inside to Agot. Nice dunk there. And one.
I love that play. This is just a drag screen right here for the point, for the guard coming down. And Agot can be a point guard. She comes off this drag, and you have a really hard roll by Agot right there, and the nice find. Look, that's solid basketball, and it's simple basketball, and it allows kids, guards that have those ball handling skills to just play in the open floor.
7 second chance opportunities. Points for the Gators. Got McKeer for 3. She got it.
Beautiful team basketball.
A non-conference game in Vegas to a very good Texas team back in November. What a bucket there from Agot McKeer. So she was on the receiving end of that elbow, and then the next play, she's able to do this.
Yeah, I love the lineup that Dawn has in right now. You got 4 guards on the floor, and you've got McKeer right here being able to play really well off the bounce. And so she's going against Weathersby, who maybe, you know, that's a tough ask.
Yeah, that was a really nice defensive play by Joyce. And again, Bonnie's going to have to just really be.
Jada Bates puts that ball on her hip, but then had it taken away by Agot McKeer. Numbers are there. McKeer flies to the basket.
And she's caught it down low and finished it.
Clarkson and the ball go off her hands, and that's a takeaway from McKeer, a run out and a layup.
Texas A&M, Gary Blair is the head coach. Oh, that's a great pass.
McKeer.
Looks simple, but nice.
McKeer, little off balance, but got it to jump. But that's what they got. Turkoff, great response by McKeer, and then
Agot McKeer has just been so active defensively. She was in the paint, closes out, stays with that to get the block, and you see the Turkoff grabs her. Georgia's rushing so many shots now because of that closeout speed that we talked about with South Carolina.
Raven Johnson off the mark, and McKeer will get things organized for South Carolina.
McKeer looks to Raven Johnson when she got that ball, waiting for her to give her the call from the very top of the key.
Here knocks it down. SEC, their win was against Texas A&M. They were down 17 in the third. Came storming back.
To minimize mistakes, and you also can't allow teams to go on runs, and you see how one mistake leads to another so many times when we watch opponents go against South Carolina.
McKeer with the steal.
Well, Carnegie's trying to create off the bounce, and you see the attention that she garners off the bounce. And then McKeer, right place, gets the deflection, and I love that she pushes it forward, and she's off to the races.
Carnegie had it knocked away.
McKeer, the floater is good. Dawn Staley made sure to point out to us how impactful she has been thus far this season, how she's loved the way McDaniel's come along. McKeer, wow, pops it in, posts the foul. An unorthodox delivery, but a chance for 3 for Agot McKeer.
I've been just so impressed all game long by this young woman here. She just puts it on the deck, going left, the confidence with which she plays through the legs. I mean, you talk about athletes being long. Look at her arms and legs, gets in there, tough finish while absorbing the contact.
I sense a Holly Rowe wingspan report at some point during the SEC season. And once again, Texas pressuring on the inbound. South Carolina having trouble, but McKeer gets free and lays it in.
You said 5 defenders on 4 players on the inbounds, and so it's just tough to get it in at all. And that time, just a really good route run by McKeer.
25, Isla McDowell checks in for the first time today, the freshman, as that one, Texas in her debut on Thursday, but did not attempt a shot. McKeer pulling up and knocking it down.
Johnson hugs the rebound. South Carolina, 6-point edge, their largest of the game. McKeer lays it in with the left hand. McDowell bounces in. McKeer, no, follows it up. Yes, it is all cosmetic at this point. Oklahoma's going to snap that 3-game losing streak.
With almost 13 points this year as a starter, 20 points per game.
Undefeated record on the line, on the road for Vanderbilt. And a quick bucket for South Carolina by Agot McKeer, who's in the starting lineup today. Passat looking for a 3 in transition. It got blocked by McKeer.
Talking about the length of South Carolina. Agot McKeer, she got her fingernails on that one. Team to lose the confidence that they've built. I mean, they're gonna still be in the hunt.
McDowell. Threes keep coming. That's 10 3-pointers for South Carolina.
Yeah, that freshman's going to have to really pick up the load with Petticourt being out.
McKeer and one.
Speaking of freshmen, South Carolina's adjusted their starting lineup, putting Agot McKeer in the starting lineup.
Started at Vanderbilt, now starting again today. And completes the 3-point play.
Raven Johnson can't lay it in. Popped in the air. Controlled by South Carolina. Tornabees, oh yeah. For Wiley to tie it. Had it blocked. About a 7-second difference game in shot clock. Richard took it early. Johnson. Big steps. Into the corner, McKeer connects. What a huge 3 for Agot McKeer, the Canadian freshman. Williams now on the board. McKeer running the floor and lays it in.
First time since February 5th. They will be without Adele Tack tonight. She is unavailable. Everybody else set to go as Miriam Dowda.
Curry on the trajectory this program is on.
McKeer drives and gets the bucket. Got McKeer. Scott. It got swatted away.
Oh, she made 2 in the last game.
She's in the trail for 3.
Latson and let her go one-on-one in a while. Instead, you let Ole Miss get back matched up, and it doesn't matter.
Dowda held her ground, and the run out. McKeer.
5 assists today. She's only taken 1 shot here in this third quarter.
Edwards, the assist to McKeer.
Just under 77 points a game. Been held to 48.
Not been easy at times, so she's had to fight through a lot in these 5 years.
It's unfortunate for student athletes in this day and age.
In this third quarter, 6 of 9 on threes after the Dowell triple.
Who's already been a force to be reckoned with 5 rebounds here early. Edwards was running the floor. Off the glass it goes.
Kentucky pay for not finishing on the other end, getting the ball up the floor quickly. Edwards running.
The space to do that. Easy steal for Edwards. McKeer on the drive, the dish. Okan lays it in. Kentucky, one of the better teams in the nation, protecting the basketball. Not today. Boone gets denied by McKeer. 34 wins in this tournament and 9 titles, including the last 3. Tiani Key for 6 games, kind of faltered there. Then they had an incredibly difficult schedule when she got back. But here's McDaniel, giving it up. McKeer, lurching in, and Edwards the spin, the kick. McKeer drains the 3. McKeer flings it down the floor. Edwards waits and lays it in. Plus the
And the caught was the one who was coming out to contest, and she was still able to hit it over her.
McKeer, a good take. South Carolina did it in the Final Four last year against Texas, and that's it. McKeer hits the jump.
Starting a title pursuit today against Southern, and off we go. They wondered if South Carolina would just hit the ground running, and they sure have. Another steal, this time from Agot McKeer. Got it back from Tessa Johnson and scores it. Timeout Southern. Best in the SEC and top 10 in the country for, whether she likes it or not, Tournament Tessa. Plays her best in the big moments. Agot McKeer on the baseline.
Straight line drive to the rim. Good attack by Jocelyn Tate.
And then McKeer gets out in transition. She's got a chance at a 3-point play.
But then you can't sleep. You got to get back in transition off of a made bucket. Great pass ahead and attack.
Joyce Edwards moved it. Extra pass, Latson, and McKeer knocks down. Now Cunningham. Stripped by McKeer. Edwards running the floor, lays it in.
The best coaches to ever coach the sport. Certainly has taken a team in Cal to the Final Four, has been a part of an NBA staff as well, and just really enjoying this team.
Agot McKeer scored it +1. Went to Northeast Louisiana, which is now known as Louisiana Monroe, as McKeer gets the block.
They're honing their strengths to improve for a championship run, guys.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it. You could tell in that halftime interview that Dawn Staley wanted to challenge her team a little bit. They are knocking down open shots. Tessa Johnson certainly.
Southern gets its first bucket of the half. Edwards, nice cut. McKeer on the baseline. And today, Tessa Johnson with 14 points. She's now hit 4 threes. All of her scoring in the second half.
Second round action continues in Columbia, South Carolina, with a 1-seed Gamecocks and 9-seed USC for a trip to the Sweet 16. SC and SC from Columbia, South Carolina. Edwards grab and go. The kick, McKeer swirls one out. And a good block out from Diana Mendez, who gave it away to McKeer.
Atlanta connections without evidence.
McKeer on another run out. Takes it herself.
Latson running. And here is the length of McKeer. And the freshman. McKeer saw it. Johnson on the receiving end.
Played last year. Raven Johnson, the only returning starter. Everybody in a new role. Finding the comfort zone, young players that will make an impact like that one right there. I mean, so you're putting Agot McKeer in a situation that she could be in. Well, Raven Johnson's been special. We said it. You know, all she's done is win. Her game just continues to improve. She's been a great floor manager and leader to this team.
Kara Dunn, a miss at the line. South Carolina running the floor. Miriam Dowda, the catch, and a chance at 3. But you can sometimes forget how remarkable a job it is. Before she arrived here, this program had been past the second round of the tournament only 3 times. So it'll be South Carolina and Oklahoma in Sacramento in the Sweet 16.
In the Sweet 16, Medina Agot and Reagan Beers to start us off. Beers pokes it away for a second. We got McKeer in the corner. This is a really good job of execution. Draw secondary defender. Good decision making by Tanaya Latson. Agot McKeer knocks it down. Johnson pulls it back out. McKeer. Get the screen from Edwards. 3 seconds for Agot McKeer. I mean, just saw the opening. Tanaya Latson out to McKeer. And Agot McKeer is fouled. 3-point opportunity on the way. That's the 4th time a jump shooter has been fouled by Oklahoma.
This is a great drive by McKeer. You gotta live with that shot. You gotta live with them taking mid-range contested pull-ups. You can't afford those opportunities where you give them free throws and ones, and 2 of those have been 3-point.
Led from the start of this game and never relinquished it. Somebody's going to the Final Four.
I think you got to find a way to attack her on the offensive end. You don't want to take yourself out of flow, but you get an opportunity in matchups like that.
And Agot McKeer was able to go right by her. McKeer pulls up in the paint.
I love it. Agot McKeer has been so good in the NCAA tournament, averaging almost 14 points a ball game. To attack on the offensive end. They're doing a good job of getting back on the defensive end.
Agot McKeer was ready to shoot that basketball. She's not looking like a freshman in this game.
She certainly is. Without her.
Bigby stays in with those 2 fouls. McKeer with the catch. Over to Miriam Dowda. Looks like Miriam Dowda was the last to touch it.
And Libby Miles was convicted. Really good execution on the baseline out of bounds. Agot McKeer goes off the glass. Kennedy Basham couldn't get back into the play. And Olivia Miles a little bit late on the help. A little bit of momentum on the offensive end.
Well, Tessa Johnson doesn't have any points in this game.
I love that take. I love that matchup. You get Agot McKeer going to the rim. I love this take. South Carolina just isolates Agot McKeer. There's nobody on this side of the floor. Give her a little brush screen. That is a strong take and tough finish at the rim.
But she is back in the ball game. She's 18 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds for TCU. TCU had an 8-point lead in the first quarter. Now they trail by 8. Agot McKeer. You heard Dawn Stay, Gotti as they call her.
A lot of room when you've got 2 non-threatening bigs from the 3-point line. And you saw in the third quarter, Kennedy Basham was able to stay in there. And Agot McKeer continues to bring the energy. It is so important to have that X factor. Somebody who comes off the bench, somebody who makes plays, and Agot McKeer has been that for South Carolina.
You might say game-changing plays, as Dawn said.
Yeah, I like that.
And TCU has got to call timeout. Largest lead for South Carolina.
Finishing quarters at South Carolina. Dawn Staley called for it. Game-changing plays, and Agot McKeer has been making them.
She has a double-figure points in their last 4 games. Before that, she hadn't been in double figures since December 28th. McKeer got there just in time. Going around Bigby.
Watch this move. Agot McKeer. Oh my goodness, the tight spin move. Knows where she is, gets it off the glass. That was nasty.
Miles saw an opening. Taken away by Tessa.
Unselfish. These are plays right here that as a coach on the sideline, you just burst with pride because you are unselfish. You move the basketball. You give up the good for the great. There was a celebration on the South Carolina sideline.
And it's become the norm. South Carolina back to the Final Four for a 6th straight tournament.
About ready to tip here at Mortgage Matchup Center in Phoenix, Arizona. Later on tonight, Texas and UCLA. Here we go, the Final Four. She wondered, am I good enough? Gina Auriemma and this team has gotten her so much better that it has grown her confidence as McKeer gets fouled. Agot McKeer, the leap she has taken, incredible. In the regular season, she averaged under 6 points per game. In the tournament, she's averaged almost 15 per game.
She makes an impact on the defensive end of the floor. She's a 6'1 guard, 6'4 wingspan.
Gladson, 3 to shoot. Gladson scoops it up and off. Rebound pokes around. Ends up back with South Carolina. McKeer, connect on a 3. Tie game after 1. What a big O board and finish from 3 from McKeer.
South Carolina is one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country. They get the second opportunity, and McKeer does what she does.
Got it back, though. Strong. Can't lay it in. And McKeer comes down with it as we check in with Holly Rowe.
In that last huddle, Gino Auriemma told his team everybody needs to take a deep.
That was against Michigan earlier this year. Heckel missed everything. Here comes Latson. McKeer.
South Carolina pushing pace, and they can do it as well when they go small, which is where they've gone here to counter Connecticut.
UConn needs a timeout. It's a 12-2 South Carolina run. Shooting 28.5% from the floor in the tournament. McKeer off to Edwards. Edwards able to finish. Here's Bud. Bud on the drive. Little floater won't go. McKeer comes up with a rebound. Here's McKeer all the way in. Lays it home. Agot McKeer, a difference maker.
So the ball goes up. South Carolina, the rebound. Agot McKeer. Remember, this is a 6'1" guard, able to blaze the other way, finish over a defender. The future is so bright for this young woman.
Making that move. Going to ride out the freshman with 4 fouls. McDaniel struggling to get it in. Off to McKeer, a deep 3. You bet! Arnold blitzing into the paint, gets denied by Edwards, who controls it. Then Edwards in some trouble, able to save it to McDaniel. Latson just gets it across. McKeer lays it in.
There's the fight for the ball. Leads to the breakaway from McKeer on the other end.
South Carolina has stunned UConn. The Gamecocks will play for a national title.
Raven Johnson has the ball in her hands. Ahead. Watch for Hawk on the defensive end.
McKeer connects.
Got to think of what can we do instead of focusing on what they can't.
All right, good stuff, Hall. Is McKeer, Agot McKeer, Alicia Tornabese, Miriam Dowda, Isla McDowell all getting time here as McKeer.